Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I tell you what, I hope you're doing very well. I really do. And I tell you what, I'm doing very well too. I am. Grateful to be here as we are going through the month of February. I tell you, January was something else, wasn't it? I mean, it was kind of a rough month for people. And so we certainly hope and pray that the month of February will be a little bit better. And this is Black History Month too, by the way. So we're going to try to get through this month the best way we know how, despite all the things that we see in front of us at this time. So with that being said, I would like to thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And I would like to welcome all of you to another episode of TJ's Topics. I'm telling you, it's so good to have you here with me. And I consider it a joy, an honor, and a privilege to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. Now, today I have a lesson, or should I say a topic, that I would like to present to you, one that sort of caught me by surprise because it came to me as a result of what I found out that has happened. And I believe me, I had no idea that anything like this had happened until yesterday at the time when whenever you're watching this, this occurred. Well, what I found out that had occurred, it was the day before, but actually what happened was nearly 2 years ago. And it's sort of sad, but I don't really feel too sad because, I mean, you know, it has already taken place. But what led me to finding out was, see, I was getting ready to go pump some gas. And the gas station that I was going to go to, it was near the grocery store where I always go to. And so I was going to stop by the store and then go get my gas and head home. Well, I was led to go to the other gas station where I frequent sometimes, or really was going to most of the time. But due to this terrible encounter that I had with the lady who was working behind the register back in December, I decided to not go there anymore for a good while. And so for the past couple of months, I hadn't been going to the gas station, and that was my main one. Well, this weekend, at the time when I'm, doing all this, I felt led to go to that gas station. Now, mind you, I was hoping that when I got there, I didn't see that woman that I had this negative encounter with at Christmas time. How about when I get there, lo and behold, there she was again. And I was hoping that she wouldn't be there, it would be somebody else. But there she was. Nevertheless, I just went on and faced her. I went on and did what I had to do, went in there and paid my gas and everything. But in the process of doing that, I ran into one of my old classmates from high school. And we hadn't seen each other in years. And at one time, he was sort of in the family with me because he was married to one of my paternal uncle's stepdaughter. He was married to his daughter, his wife's daughter at one time, and they had a child together. Well, they have since gotten divorced, and he told me yesterday that the son that they had together is now 18 years old, so he's an adult. And because he has divorced my uncle's stepdaughter, he doesn't have to deal with the family anymore, which is a good thing for him. Well, as I've mentioned before, and this being on my father's side, since my father passed 5 years ago, coming up on now, I don't really deal with that side of the family anymore myself. Well, in talking to my former classmate at the gas station yesterday, I was told that since then, my stepmother has passed. And I did not know that. She actually transitioned in October of 2023. And I verified this by Googling her. And sure enough, I found her obituary. She transitioned in October of 2023. And I'm just now hearing about it in February of 2025. So my stepmother has been gone for 16 months, going on 2 years. And I'm just now knowing this. So now I have lost a whole set of parents, on the other side. All I have left now is my mother and and the daddy who raised me. So I tell you, it was a big surprise. It really was. And I'm grateful to have known her for the little time that I did, because I really didn't meet her until I was an adult, about 22, 23 years old when I first met her, because my father and I, we weren't close. So, and I didn't try to, get back into we didn't start really communicating until I was an adult. So, but I tell you, it really threw me for a loop finding out that information. It did. But I would not have known that had it not been for what I want to talk to you about today for just a few minutes. And that is intuition. Intuition. My topic is your intuition will never lead you astray. That's really the point that I'm trying to drive home here right now. Your intuition will never lead you astray. And it was intuition that led me to go to that gas station, the one that I really wasn't too particular about going back to anymore for a while because of that crazy lady that I had an encounter with. I didn't want to see her face. But when I got there she was, sweeping the doormat off. I said, oh my God, I cannot believe this. She's still here. But at the same time, I saw one of the students who used to attend the junior high school where I used to work, and I was glad to see him. But intuition, it's an amazing thing. And it's amazing how it leads us to either make important decisions that we might not otherwise make, to do things that we might not otherwise do, to go places where we might not otherwise go. I tell you, intuition is it's off the chain. It really is. But now, for those of you who may not know what intuition is, exactly what is intuition and how does it work? Well, it's simple. Intuition is the ability to understand something without using conscious reasoning. It's also known as a gut feeling or the sixth sense. And that's a feeling that we've all experienced in our lifetimes. That gut feeling, knowing something without really thinking about it or concentrating on it. It's like we can feel that there's something going on or something is about to happen or is happening. That's intuition. And so just like I found out about the passing of my stepmother, it was intuition that led me to the place where I would be at the right moment to run into the right person who could tell me all of that. I was in the right place at the right time, talking to the right individual who had the information that I was meant to receive. How about that? Intuition. Now, how does intuition work? The unconscious mind analyzes the current situation in relation to past experiences, knowledge, and patterns. The unconscious mind rapidly surmises probable outcomes and conclusions. These conclusions are subtly felt in the conscious mind as a feeling or conclusion about a situation or person. And I tell you what, it is a very good thing to have. Oh my goodness. For all of you intuitive individuals out there, you ought to be so grateful, because I'm sure that you've had many occurrences, many occasions in your life where you felt something that may have been going on with somebody, whether it was a family member, a friend, or whoever. You felt it. I mean, you felt it right here in your gut, but you couldn't pinpoint what it was. And all you had to do was either pick up the phone and call them, or you text them, or you ended up having to go somewhere. You bumped into either them or somebody connected to them, and they informed you on exactly what was happening. That, oh my goodness, man, it's incredible. It really is. Examples of intuition include getting an unusual feeling in your stomach, throat, or skin. Getting a feeling that seems deeper and wiser than your conscious mind, and seeing through the lies, manipulations, and misbehavior of others. All of those are examples of intuition. And I'm sure that if you think hard, long enough and hard enough about some of the things that you've been through in your life, then you will know that somehow you came to the conclusion of certain things, whatever the case may have been, as a result of intuition. You know, that gut feeling, that sixth sense, you know, feeling this strange and weird feeling right in here. And it can frighten you, you know, if it's something that you're not familiar with, because it oftentimes frightens people because they don't really know what it is. But once you begin to familiarize yourself with it and start using it, really putting it into practice, and allow it to lead and guide you throughout many different areas of your life, then you'll begin to see how handy it is and how much of a blessing it can be in your life. Your intuition will never lead you astray. And so that's the point that I just wanted to share with you today. And I tell you, I'm just so grateful. I am. So, have you had experiences with intuition before? If you have, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to say thank you very much for tuning in to this episode of TJ's Topics. And I really do appreciate you being with me. I consider it such a joy, an honor, and a privilege to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. And please like, comment, and subscribe. Share with whoever you wish. And I look forward to seeing you again soon, okay? This is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. And I hope all of you have a very good day. And let your conscience, they said, let your conscience be your guide. Well, add to that your intuition. Allow that to be your guide too. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.